Hello everyone, this is Chocowhat here, and welcome to the 47th Dream Vlog. We're almost to 50. I wonder if I should do something special for the 50th. We'll see. I don't use this mug a lot, but I actually had to go. I was all set, and I looked down, and it was so filthy, and I was just like... So I had to go and wash it in the sink because I wanted to use it because I love Community and I love Troy and Abed, and I never use this mug because it's always on the top shelf and the top shelf is hella dusty. But anyway, I hope quarantine has been going well for all of you. I've been a little burnt out. I've just been watching lots of movies and kind of keeping to myself, doing schoolwork as they assign it. My school has been canceled now through April, and most people don't think that we're going to even go back this year. Junior year has been really weird. We had a blackout and now we're having this. So it's been a thing. I've had it up to here with high school. I'm ready to be done. But anyway, I had a really intense, not like intense, but it was just very vivid, and it was a very cool dream last night, so I really wanted to get a dream vlog out because these are the easiest videos for me to make. I've been working on some tribute videos as well. I've been trying to use my green screen. I have a couple ideas, but sometimes it's just hard to get, motivated to do it. So anyway, my dream started out in this back lot. It was night and there were lots of school buses and students gathered around, and they were all getting ready to board the buses for this field trip. And I wasn't a part of the field trip. But while the teacher was taking attendance, I decided to sneak onto one of the buses, and all of a sudden we were transported to this sunny and fantastical amusement park. Only we weren't in the park just yet because it was an island and we were on the outside. And to get to the park, you actually had to ride on the back of a dragon. Now this dragon, it was more of a brachiosaurus with wings, the long neck ones. It was just so big. And the dragon trainer and slash rider, he helped me on. Everyone kind of rode on the neck except for him. He rode on the back and I rode right at the bottom of the neck, really close to him. And we took off and I felt my stomach kind of lift into the air, and we started off right towards the island. It wasn't a very long flight, but it was very, very cool. And so we got to the park and I looked around and there were waterfalls, more dragons, a hotel, some restaurants, a forest, a few rides, plenty of people. And we got off the dragon and I just kind of drank in the enormity of this park standing next to the trainer. He was very familiar to me. He's very short, beautiful eyes. I know who he was, but I don't want to say because I'm a little embarrassed, but he was someone I love very much. And I just kind of wanted to stay by him because his vibes were just really familiar to me and loving. And I pointed out one of the rides, and it was basically you got to ride on a dragon and they would take you through a cave system and you'd go up really high, and I told him that I think I had ridden on that with my cousin once and I was so scared, and he laughed. And then I had to join the other students to go to the hotel. Now, since I wasn't actually part of this field trip, I didn't have a room, and the teacher still didn't quite know I was there. He saw me, but he didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be there. So I got the bright idea to call my mother. So I called her up, and I was like, "Hey Mom, I don't have any money, I don't have a room, I'm not supposed to be here." And she was really pissed off at me, and basically she was just like, "I'm not going to solve your problems, this is a you problem. I'm not driving or flying down to Florida to get you," because I think that's where I was. "And I'm not buying you a room." And I was just like, okay. So I approached one of my peers and I was like, "Can I join you in your room? Don't worry, I'll just sleep on the floor." And they were like, "Yeah, that's cool." So I followed them to their room in the hotel, and it was kind of a dark hotel. It was very strange. The way the hotel was put together, it reminded me of the Zora's Domain in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which I gotta replay. Got time on my hands. It would be fun. It's a really good game. But anyway, I followed them to their hotel room. And I didn't have any luggage or money on me, so I just kind of walked into their hotel room is huge. So I walked into like this dining room place, and I gathered up a bunch of dead spiders, and that was my bed. And I turned them over all onto their backs, and each one of the spiders had a little screen on their stomach that was playing a cartoon that comforted me. Eventually, one of the occupants of the room came in and they were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And that's when I realized that this was very, very scary. So I picked up one of the spiders that kind of looked like a tarantula, and I threw it across the floor, but it landed on its legs, and I started realizing that maybe these dead spiders weren't really dead. I was very scared. So that's when I started, freaking out and getting like arachnophobia. And a couple of the other occupants of the room helped me clean up the spiders, and they gave me a blanket, and so I could sleep on the floor comfortably. So I went to sleep, and then the next morning, I walked down to the lobby. I was very hungry, but I didn't have any money for food. So I just kind of started walking along this path that led from the hotel room and kind of spiraled up one of the mountains. And I looked out, and it was very, very sunny. And there were lots of dragons, and I was thinking that maybe I would like to try to get on some of the rides. Because I still had a wristband, because I was part of the field trip, so the dragon trainer, he gave me a wristband. So I could still do a lot of stuff, I just had no money for food. And then I woke up. So yeah, that was just, I hope it was fun story time. It was a little bizarre, but it was a very fun dream. It was fun to like get away and go to an amusement park and ride on a dragon and be with someone I love. So yeah, I really hope all of you are doing all right. I still have my Patreon set up, so if you would like to sign up, I would very much appreciate that. I think that would be very nice. And I really hope all of you are holding up very well. Just remember to be kind. Try not to get irritated with those you are spending your quarantine with, and if you're spending it alone, try not to get irritated with yourself. Just keep good spirits, and this will all be over very soon, I promise. It's just a blip in our lives. Anyways, remember to like and subscribe. Bye!
And a 1 and a 2. My dreams are so awesome. My dreams are so rad.
So as many of you know, I am a citizen of the USA. And currently our country is suffering from a crisis at the border. Immigrants seeking asylum in the U.S. are being detained. Families are being separated and kept in detention centers in horrible conditions. All of it is scary and horrible, and a bit hard to come to terms with. So until things start getting better, I'm placing this message at the end of all of my videos to try to use what little influence I have to bring awareness and help. There are a number of things you can do to help. One of the simplest things is to donate to Immigrant Families Together, who are fundraising money to pay the bonds of detained immigrants and also provide necessities to families such as hygiene products, food, and shelter. This organization is also looking for volunteers. You can also take direct action by calling your state's government's officials and try to make your voice heard, and also refuse to let your taxes go to fund these facilities. There are many groups online that are looking for help to make sure these people are treated like human beings and receiving the help they desperately need. Let's prove that there is still hope for humanity and help solve this crisis in the most humane way possible. Remember, showing kindness isn't political. It's just the right thing to do. Thank you.